All right, YouTube. It's your boy Malcolm Eugene.
Will Robertson here.
All right, so today we're going to talk about the cousin of cancel culture, woke culture.
Oh man.
So
The cousin. That's clever.
So, in the realm of movies and comic books, a lot of virtue signaling has been happening. There has been a lot of racial swaps on a lot of known characters, a lot of gender swaps on known characters. And then also the same goes with the swapping of sexual orientation, this, that, and the third, just to create representation for new communities. My issue with it is, as a minority male from whichever tribe you want to say I'm from, why is it so difficult for American comics? And I say American comics because I feel like Japanese mangas have kicked this shit out the park.
Oh, yeah.
But why is it so hard for American comic writers, creators, graphic artists to create original characters?
Yeah.
They can be new. They won't be as established of characters that have been built up for the past 40, 50, 60 years, but create new characters to appeal to new communities instead of taking established characters and changing them, because what that does is creates a divide. Instead of making this an all-inclusive comic book, it's making a divide, because you have the people who love the original stuff, and then you have the people who's liking these new. I'm gonna take a page out of Young Ripper 59's book, tokenizing a lot of these characters now just to appeal and to appease to newer communities. And I think it's bullshit.
I think it's because they're going after a different demographic. Yeah, the people our age, 30 and above, are watching it, but they're trying to get the younger people and pull them in. So that's why they're putting a new spin, like we're going to get a Black Superman, which that is in the comic book, that did happen. They're talking about, I think Pepper is going to take the mantle because they're going to do Iron Man 4. She's going to pick up the mantle for Tony, since Tony's obviously gone. So they're changing a lot. They're probably going to continue to flip and twist different things like that. And it's all for the demographic. That's all they're doing. It's marketing. Disney, DC, they're all smart with the marketing. Just like they switched out Batwoman. Yeah. Now she's black.
Which is I don't know.
So we can't forget about that. So it's not just Marvel doing it. It's not just they're both doing it. It's because it is America. That's the biggest thing. It's just, I feel like the way America is, they're trying to sell to a different market. They want to grab the 13 on up to the 20-something-year-olds, because it's a different generation. Z is.
But they're telling me they can't do that with new characters.
Well, I mean, and a good example with Amazon with Invincible. Yeah. That's an original one, and it's enjoyable.
Invincible's a great show.
If you're into gory and it's dark, you're into that. That's great. But they did that. They took the time to do that, and I think Amazon's coming out with some other original, and even Netflix comes up with original content. So it's not like the ability's not there. It just seems like instead of taking the time to build somebody up or build something up, a lot of these companies, since they're already established, you're a Marvel, you're a DC. Right. You're already established. You've already got characters established. It's just easier to take people that people are already familiar with.
It's easier. And
that's what it is. It's easier to do that and then sell your product.
Original characters, the hardest thing, but I feel like that's the best thing. Mm-hmm. Going outside of that is doing the multiversal route and going with like a Black Superman from, say, an Earth 389 or whatever. Mm-hmm. But the worst form of it is taking an established like Bruce Wayne and Bruce Wayne's Hispanic. Like, what? Why? No.
Yes.
Why? No.
Yes, and for the most part, Disney is doing a good thing with Shangri-La. They're coming out with different characters to highlight, just like Disney does and Pixar do a good job with highlighting different cultures. But like he's saying, to take these characters and make them black or change their sexual orientation to fit a new narrative It is bothersome, especially if you grew up reading the comics. If you're a diehard fan, and now they're changing how some of these people, like Hal Jordan was gay originally in the Green Lantern. If you want to go that route, you can.
Yeah.
Because that was legitimate. He was legitimately gay.
So maybe he shouldn't be straight in the movie.
Yeah.
Maybe let's not push the narrative and make him
more. They wanted to make him more masculine, even though that movie was dog crap. But
I mean, you said that so PG-13.
Yeah, I know. Dog crap. But look at the next one. Their next DC movie is Black Adam, which is gonna be dope. Hawkman is a black man. They made what's his name, Hawkman. So they are still changing little tweaks and twists and turns. They're still telling. We're not saying it's not gonna be a good storyline. We're not saying that. But for people who are a diehard fan, people who grew up reading comic books, who are passionate about it and love it, it's like watching somebody. All right, it'd be like you people who love sports so much, like LeBron or something being changed or something, and change if they were to tell a story.
Let's do a biopic on LeBron where he's played by frickin' Channing Tatum.
Boom, that's even better. Exactly.
You would be pissed.
That wouldn't make sense. So we're gonna do something and make somebody not even closely resembling this person play this person. Come on, you all would be upset. Come on. So that's and that's what it is.
Especially if it was like a black guy being played as someone other than black.
People lose your mind. It's okay when a white or a different character is traditionally white, which most of the time when they're white and they're turned to a different race, seems like it's okay.
Yeah. But
then if you're a person who's white, just like with the whole thing with Thor, when they were talking about making somebody, everybody was tripping about that. Or a black James Bond. Remember that?
Yeah, black James Bond.
When they wanted Idris Elba to play the next James Bond, and then P. Diddy, and had all this whole cast of people, and everybody was like, no, we're doing it. Now what are we getting? A female James Bond. And I do believe she's black.
They're just trying to check all the boxes.
So now we're getting a woman James Bond. On top of that, she's black. So it's insane. It's cool that the world is more open to it, but at the same time, are we really... James Bond. It's been traditionally English and just...
The Ghostbusters reboot.
Oh, I didn't even see that. Did you see it?
No, I don't have... I didn't have the money to waste.
Yeah. But no, it's just... We get what they're trying to do. We get that they're trying to be more open, but be creative. This is the time to then dive in and be supportive of something new and creative. All right, guys. Yes, we're Disney. Yes, we've got all this crazy stuff going on. But here's a new series we're coming out with. You can do that. You've got Disney Plus. So you have
all this money.
You've got you're a multi-billion-dollar company.
Original characters.
You can do that. And it's not like you don't have the talent on hand that can make it up, or people you could reach out to do that.
That's the thing. See, Disney, all these comic books, they need to start reading some Shonen Jump because, like I said, the vast universes of a lot of these mangas, like My Hero Academia, all that. They're huge. All original characters.
Mm-hmm. Creative.
Some of them may be based on satire things like Superman and things like that, but ultimately original design, original personality.
On top of that, it's got to be said, storylines be way better.
Be way better, though.
Character development be way better.
Like, I could probably list on one hand the number of American comic book storylines that are...
like, legitimate. I mean, some of them, yes, Wolverine, Logan, we'll give you Logan, Magneto. There's a couple of them that are pretty dope. But
I mean, like, storylines, like Flashpoint.
Okay.
Or like the Red Hood. I feel like the Japanese, they do it on a more consistent basis.
Oh,
and when we have just become so lazy because we take in the story, you read it, you animate it, 10 years down the line, you reanimate it. Then you're like, all right, let's do a live action version of it. All right, can we get a new story?
And we're not even saying that sometimes from the manga to the anime, we all know sometimes they change stuff or whatever. They do it with everything. Demon Slayer, they change aspects of it. We know that. But for the most part, they stay pretty linear to everything. They stick to the story pretty good. It's just here in America, what do? We Michael Bay things up. Explosions, all this. Story may not be there. I mean, just look at the Fast and the Furious. I stopped watching after the third one. It's the same thing, guys.
Oh, you missed a lot.
Exactly. So it's the same thing to me. It's cars, money, revenge. Cars, money, revenge, women.
So just that lost its so Fast and Furious lost its touch when it stopped being about cars and racing.
Because we're on the ninth one.
When Vin Diesel was jumping his car from helicopter to helicopter, I was like, nah, this is stupid.
And did you see the previews? Motherfuckers are catching cars now, and it's just, I don't know what happened with the franchise. Y'all, a lot of y'all are diehard fans. There's 9 movies, and now they're saying Cardi B is gonna be in the next one because there's gonna be a 10th one.
Yeah.
And technically, I guess Hobbs and Shaw was technically part of it too. So it's technically there's gonna be 11 movies. 11 movies of the same thing.
I'm glad you didn't get that 11 because I was like 2.
That's why I went ahead and said it just in case. But revenge, money, cars, and that's it. There's no really good story. They're chasing after some money. They're getting revenge for somebody. Somebody was dead, and then they weren't actually dead, and then they summoned all 7 Dragon Balls and resurrect them. I don't know.
The moral of the video is American writing has become extremely lazy by recasting known characters as new races, new genders, new sexual orientation, like original characters. I feel like that's a lot to ask for. It shouldn't be. But create something original and canon to the story. Especially when you can do shit like time travel and multiversal shit. Yeah, you could original characters.
And we recognize that Amazon's doing something. Netflix obviously is like the OG of original content. We get that. There's stuff like that. But when you're a Disney, aka Marvel, and a DC, 2 very established businesses, you know, when it comes to the universe of comics, animation, and stuff like that, we expect, you know, more creativity from you. But yes, we love the characters we love, but when you introduce a new character, okay, this is somebody's, you know, you can come up with anything, you know, with a multiverse series, saying this is the son of so-and-so, they got together, and people will be like, cool, this is dope, this is a new spin on it, I love it. Critical.
Nah, fuck that. Anyways, my name is Malcolm Eugene.
Will Robertson.
And like the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel.
Out.
Outro.